Funny, because it still hasn't hit me yet. I'm here every night. Yeah.
So Jimmy Kimmel just had Weird Al Yankovic on his show, and what's fascinating is how this interview reveals the psychology of sustained creative genius. We're going to see how Al transformed from college radio novelty into cultural institution, and why his vulnerability about success tells us everything about artistic longevity.
It takes a special type of genius to hear the word Sharona and make it Bologna and go on to become one of the most beloved Americans of all time. You can see him live starting next month on the Bigger and Weirder tour.
That My Baloney reference is crucial. It was literally recorded in a bathroom at Cal Poly in 1978. What started as a 3-minute accordion novelty sent to Dr. Demento became the template for turning pop culture inside out. The humble beginnings make his empire even more remarkable.
I was thinking about Weird Al, the name today, and you probably didn't know this would stick with you for your whole life,
Kind of not, no.
And I was trying to think of other weirds, and I thought Weird Harold and like Weird Barbie or whatever, but that's not, none of them compare.
I own the weird better than anybody else. Yeah.
The nickname came from his college roommate and stuck because it perfectly captured his aesthetic. Not just strange, but constructively strange. In entertainment, most gimmicky names fade fast. Weird Al endured 46 years because it promised exactly what he delivered: intelligent absurdity.
Like, we've got so many. I mean, there are Lils and there are Bigs and there are
intermediates.
Youngs and kids and but there's only one Weird Al.
This naming observation is brilliant. Hip-hop has endless Lils and Bigs, country has Juniors and Kings, but comedy music has exactly one Weird. It shows how Al carved out a completely unique cultural niche that literally no one else could occupy.
And that's where you recorded My Bologna, right?
Yeah, in fact, there's a plaque there right now. We ran some lines from the KCPR, that's our campus radio station, from the production office into the bathroom right across the hall, because, of course, everything sounds better in a bathroom with a nice reverb from the walls.
Even better than the recording studio.
Pretty much.
That bathroom recording is legendary. He used the acoustics of a Cal Poly dorm bathroom because he couldn't afford studio time. When Dr. Demento played it on his syndicated radio show, it launched everything. Sometimes the scrappiest beginnings create the most authentic art.
And by the middle of the 80s, you'd become so popular that big artists were asking you to parody their songs. Like, didn't Madonna come up, I've heard, with Like a Surgeon, or is that her story?
By the mid-80s, getting the Weird Al treatment became a legitimate mark of cultural relevance. Artists knew his parodies often outlasted their original songs in popular memory. Madonna actively courted him because she understood parody as the ultimate form of cultural validation.
Did you ever have big artists pitch you ideas that you're like, no, that's not good, I'm not gonna do it?
This shift from asking permission to being pursued is the holy grail of creative careers. He went from begging record labels for attention to having megastars pitch him their own material. That's when you know you've transcended your medium entirely.
When did you finally feel like, okay, I've made it. I'm now, I'm not just
when your producers called to invite me on this show.
Was that it? Really? That was the time?
That was what I knew. It was all coming together.
Funny, because it still hasn't hit me yet.
This vulnerability is profound. After 4 decades, multiple Grammys, and cultural icon status, he still feels like he's faking it. That imposter syndrome probably drives his perfectionism. The greatest artists often never feel like they've made it because they keep raising their own bar.
What was your biggest hit? Was it Eat It, or was it Amish Paradise?
It was Eat It for a long time, but White and Nerdy actually was my biggest hit.
Eat It was his breakthrough hit, but Amish Paradise had more cultural staying power. The first proved he could succeed. The second proved he could evolve. Amish Paradise also sparked real controversy with Coolio, showing his parodies had gained serious cultural weight.
Do you feel like the younger people know you from the Amish Paradise song mostly? Or?
This generational point is key. Gen X knows him from Eat It, Millennials from Amish Paradise, Gen Z from TikTok clips. His ability to remain relevant across 4 decades without changing his core approach is unprecedented in comedy music.
The reaction from the Amish community on that song?
The Amish community was actually more amused than offended. They appreciated the gentle humor. The real controversy was with Coolio, who initially gave permission, then publicly complained about the parody. That tension showed how seriously the music industry took his work by the 90s.
I do want to ask you about a photograph, because this is one of the great 80s photographs. There's you, Little Steven, and Pee Wee Herman. Yep. Was this a celebrity event?
That photo is pure 1980s zeitgeist. three outsiders who became mainstream icons. Al represented musical comedy, Pee-wee embodied subversive children's entertainment, and Little Steven was rock authenticity. Together, they captured the decade's embrace of creative misfits becoming cultural forces.
Who was the best bowler in the group?
Oh, it's been several decades, but I'm going to say me.
Yeah, you, yeah. Well, you know what? I found a parallel between guys who can play accordion and guys who bowl. There seems to be a...
the Venn diagram's two circles. Just run.
Yeah. Two bowling balls. Yeah.
This accordion-bowling connection perfectly demonstrates his comedic genius, finding unexpected parallels that make perfect sense once stated. Both require precision fingerwork and appeal to very specific audiences. His brain naturally makes these delightful cognitive leaps that surprise and delight.
I can imagine being a kid with an accordion. I've never seen a kid with an accordion.
Learning accordion as a kid was social suicide in most contexts, but it gave him musical credibility that other comedy acts lacked. That outsider experience shaped his empathy for misfits and his understanding of finding your tribe through shared weirdness.
For some reason, that always seems to be at the ready.
Yeah.
Right,
Nice.
Guillermo? I mean, half the other stuff we can never get to. That picture is just permanently in the hard drive.
Some photos become cultural shorthand for entire eras, and this bowling image captures the 80s perfectly, when alternative culture was breaking into mainstream consciousness. These three represented different paths to the same destination, turning weirdness into widespread acceptance.
Anyway, the tour is called Bigger and Weird. Is it Bigger and Weirder, or is that just the name?
It's both. It is the name,
is bigger.
but it is in fact it's bigger. The biggest tour we've been in to date.
Okay.
His live shows are legendary because they're essentially variety shows. Costume changes, video screens, full theatrical production. At 74, he's still committing to the physical comedy and spectacle that made him famous. Pure dedication to craft.
We look forward to seeing part of the weirdness, the live weirdness. Do you have an opening act? Do you have...
Yeah, Puddle's Pity Party.
Oh, yeah, I know what that is.
Weird Al concerts are unique because they're celebrations of musical literacy. He assumes his audience knows dozens of songs across genres and decades. It's comedy for music nerds, performed with genuine musical skill and theatrical flair.
Well, there you go. Go see Weird Al on a tour. It's called the Bigger and Weirder Tour. You can get tickets at weirdal.com. Weird Al Yankovic, everybody. We'll be back with Melanie Martinez.
This interview captures why Al endures. Genuine humility despite massive success, continued hunger for creative excellence, and that rare combination of musical talent and comedic genius. He's proof that authenticity and persistence can build lasting cultural relevance.